Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over my 2018 Can-Am X3. So if you've been following the channel, we have a disaster over here at 2021. We're still putting together. I got a customer's car here that we're fixing up. Added some lights, doing a bunch of wiring. But today's all about this 2018. This is my personal car. This is the car that you see in most of the videos because this is the car that I own, the only car that I own, and the car that pretty much takes me everywhere. All the trips that we go to, El Mirage, Johnson Valley, Glamis, pretty much everywhere is in this car. And it's been an amazing car so far. So I've never had any real issues besides, you know, broken belts and pop tires, stuff like that. But besides that, it's been such a reliable car in terms of the drivetrain, the performance, the suspension. Obviously there's been some modifications, but it's been very reliable for me, and I've taken it through some bad stuff. It's been through hell. So holy shit, today we're gonna go over the entire car, from the wheels to the doors to the cage to the lighting and the wiring and the seats, everything. So we're gonna go over everything. That way if anyone has any questions, I'll just send them this video link and you guys can check it out. So I think we'll start off with some of the stuff that's easily visible, some of the stuff that changes the whole look of the car when compared to a factory look, and that would be the doors are made by TMW Off-Road. They changed the complete look of the doors. The factory doors, especially in the front, have that angle that sits down low, and on the TMW doors, like most aftermarket doors, they go up to this peak and kind of give it a nice streamlined look, which I really like. The doors also kind of come outwards more than the factory ones do, and they actually give you a little bit more arm room. Not that the car needs it, but it is nice to have. The car was wrapped blue by me a long time ago. It's probably going on 9 months now. It's been holding up great. There's some spots that have decided to peel, and that's because it was my first time wrapping, and I need to glue those. So do not watch my wrap video, watch someone else's wrap video. There is a lot of things you can do, like putting edge sealer, which I should have done to seal the edges, and but overall the wrap has been great so far. The wheels are running Methods 405s. I powder coated the B-Lock ring blue. It's a little dark, but it does look good. They're wrapped in BFG KM3s, 32-inch tires, which have been awesome. I love those tires. The tires have been great. They're pretty good. They've been wearing really well, and they are heavy, but if that's a sacrifice for reliability, then I'll take the weight. I'm also running rock block fender flares. These, I've seen them on Brandon Pierce's YouTube channel. I guess his buddy is the owner of these rock blocks, and I really liked how they look, and they perform great. They keep most of the rocks out of the cabin. I also got their rear mud flaps, which have been okay, but as you can see, they've seen better days. So I would recommend maybe rock knockers for the mud flaps, but I would definitely go with rock blocks again for the fender flares. And there's a plane. More visual changes is got to be the cage. The cage was made by UTV Speed Inc. in Riverside, I think, here in California. It's got an integrated bumper, which looks really good, and I really love how it integrates into the rear radius rod plate. So it's one piece. I also like that it unbolts right here, just in case you need to service the rods for any reason. I've seen some that are one piece and you have to take the cage off to remove that plate, which is a big no-no in my book, unless they use bolts and nuts instead of the factory studs for the rear radius rods. But these have been great. And speaking of the rear radius rods, we have ZRP. These have been awesome as well, no issues. I did have to adjust one due to my trailing arm being slightly tweaked from the first time that this car was rolled a long time ago, not by me, by the way. So I did have to adjust one, and it just fine. They're all adjustable here. This top one for the camber, and then this center one here towards the middle is also adjustable. I am running the factory train arms. I did get them powder coated because they were sandblasted. The paint was completely gone off of them. So if you own one of these cars, then you would know that the trailing arms get absolutely blasted by rocks and gravel. So I had them powder coated, and then to protect them from peeling, I ended up buying some factory UTV skid plates for the trailing arms, which have been awesome. And as you can see, there's no paint missing, no rust, and it actually adds a level of protection from big rocks or even from all that sand and gravel like I was talking about. So I also did run the shock therapy tooling support back here at the rear hub or rear knuckle, and that's been awesome. It's kept everything nice and tight. I haven't had no issues. The whole suspension has been nice and tight. We are running LM UTV sway bar links all around all four corners. They've been awesome. No issues to complain with from them. As you can see here, we do have shock therapy dual rate springs all four corners and limit straps on all four corners. Now the rear straps aren't really needed. I have them here mostly for visual. They look good, but they're not really needed. I would say that the fronts are needed very much, and they have got rid of that annoying clunk that these cars are known for. So the limit straps have been doing great on this car. So that's the front here. So here are the limit straps, springs, same LM UTV sway bar links. We are running shock therapies bump steer delete tie rod kit. We are running super ATV A-arms in the front, which have been pretty much bulletproof so far. I haven't had any issues. The only issues that I would say were with the super ATV ball joints. They were doing some weird stuff with the steering stops, and they were making some noise, so I swapped them out for the OEM ball joints, which so far have been okay. And then also the bushings. I'm gonna need new bushings very soon, because the bushings are factory and they look like they're already bulging out. They took in a beating, and those are going to be need to be replaced very soon. So since we're up here in the front, we have the factory UTV front bumper. This bumper has been awesome. Structurally, it's pretty damn badass. It's taken a couple of beatings. This plate, one time I ripped it completely, not ripped it, but bent to the point of no return, and I had to get a new plate. Luckily they sent that to me for free because factory UTV has badass service, and there's a new plate that I have there. This is a link that I got off on eBay. I think it's a knockoff, honestly, of that Factor 55 winch link. So speaking of the winch, we are running a Super ATV Black Ops 5,000-pound winch, and with a synthetic rope. So this has been pretty good. I've only used it a handful of times, but when I need it, it's there. And since we're out here in the front, we're talking about the lighting. We are running Baja Designs LP4s, which have been insane. I'm very happy with these. I probably will run another set of ambers, maybe get covers for the light pods on the A-pillar, but these have been amazing. So we have TMW grill right here, which I had powder coated gloss black, and I did the I wrapped the letters there to make it look, you know, good pop. Back to the suspension, we are running Super ATV's frame stiffener, which is what everybody knows as a gusset kit. It's kind of hard to see, but the plate is on the inside over here. Very similar to S3 Power Sports old gusset kit that they used to have for the non-smart lock vehicles. It's been awesome. I haven't had any issues with the bolts moving or anything. Nothing has moved. I have some of this thread checker here, and it's never cracked. It's been good. It's kept the whole front end nice and tight, which is nice and very confidence inspiring. So obviously shock therapy, like I said, we have the springs. We also have the full valving done by them. This is their gold package, full valving done by them. This car runs like a Cadillac, which is good because when the kids are in the car, it really helps out. We do have a shock tower brace by TMW Off-Road that also lights up, which I love. This thing has been awesome. Definitely a must-have. There is a horn right here, right behind the shock tower brace, and that's one of the reasons why I had to flip these shocks. So these shocks were actually flipped. I made a video on that if you guys want to check that out. So the horn does work. I'll show you guys how that works in just a second. Let's see what else out here in the front. I'm gonna say that's pretty much it. And that's an OEM windscreen from BRP. I did modify it here, cut it out, and added some straps that wrap around the intrusion bar. We are running SD lighting pods, which have been pretty badass. They're like lasers, or they're called lasers, and they really you know, light up the sky pretty good, or light up the terrain pretty good. We are also running the Seismic UTV mirrors, which have been some of my favorite mirrors because you can see out of them really good. I recently been checking out the Assault mirrors from customers, and also the Chupacabra mirrors, which are also nice. Those are nice, but I like these, and I'll probably be sticking with these because I really like how they look. This is the cage, built-in intrusion bar, like I was saying earlier, has a built-in bumper, has these grab handles to get in. These are not handles to be holding on to while you're riding. Obviously you lose a limb, break your wrist or something like that. You don't want to do that. So these are just to get in, which are nice because sometimes you have trouble getting in the car. All the tabs for the whips and the front light bar, this 50-inch rough country light bar, all the tabs are welded in. I sent these lights to the guys over at UTV Speed Inc. And as you can see here, another tab for the chase light. Everything was welded in, which is really, really nice. I'm very happy with that. They did an awesome job on this cage. And yeah, back to the light. The light's been great. If you saw one of my videos lately about amber versus clear lighting or white light, you would know that the amber is the way to go. And I might end up doing a what is it called, it's like a film that goes over this that'll change it into amber. So we'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna do that, but I gotta order that still. I haven't ordered that, I haven't even looked into it yet. And let's see what else out here. So we got the pods, the speaker pods here. These are 6.5-inch speaker pods. This car does have a stage 5 audio system from Rockford Fosgate, but these pods are not the ones that come in the kit. These are longer speaker pods that were given to me from the guys over at Stereo City, so shout out to them. Pretty much the same thing, they're just longer. I don't know if it changes the sound or not, but they look cool, so I'm happy with those. I did relocate the reservoirs for the rear shocks out here to the sides and the inside instead of being out. With running these speakers and the way the cage is formed up here, I wasn't able to stick them out this way, but I'm actually happy with them inside because they're kind of protected, so I really like that. We are running an S&B particle separator. If you've seen some of my videos, these are must-haves. I mean, if you don't have one of these, you're pretty much cleaning out your air filter every ride, so this is a must-have. I really love that. So I set everything up so it's nice and centered. It kind of makes this hose kind of wrap around a little funny, but I wanted it kind of centered. It gives it a better look. So nothing in the bed. I really don't carry anything in the bed. It's mostly just in case I have something that needs to go back there, like ice chest. I might put it on there. I did add these hooks. These are actually off a Toyota Tacoma, believe it or not. But I drilled some holes and they go through the bar and they bolt on. So license plate holder from Axia. Back here, pretty much the same thing like I was saying. The wrap, as you guys can see, the wrap was done everywhere. Pretty much it's all a sea of blue, which I like. It looks good, honestly. Interior, we've run the factory seats. These pads did not come with the car. I actually had these made by a guy on Instagram. He did a really nice job. Blue stitching and the same carbon fiber material. All the doors have the TMW bags. And there's the ice cream man. Motherfucker. So like I was saying, TMW bags on all 4 corners, which makes storage awesome. It keeps the carbon fiber material look for the seats and for the bump seat, which we're gonna change, by the way. We're gonna get rid of this bump seat. We found that it's a little too high and the kids get more dust. So we're actually ordering some booster seats that are made for kids that one of my buddies has, and it looks really good. So we're gonna do that. We'll show you guys that in another video. We're running stock seat belts. They've been great to me. Have you seen when CJ crashed? They did their job. He's still with us. he didn't get hurt. So I kept them in the car, didn't eject them. So they're doing their job. For whatever reason, I had decided to put these shock therapy koozies everywhere, just because it's a soft spot for the kids so they don't hit their heads or something. So I like that. We are running PRP under seat storage bags, which have been great. And then in the front here, in the dash, we have the 6.5-inch Rockford Fosgate speakers. All the grills, they're supposed to be silver brushed metal, like this center piece here, but I got them powder coated gloss black. Pretty much that's been the theme on this car, gloss black and the blue. We do have a GoPro mount here, which has been awesome for all the video footage I've been getting. And then pretty much everything else is factory look, but they are aftermarket switches. So we have the rock lights, we have the chase light. I'm gonna turn this on. So rock lights, chase light, lighted whips, and I like how they light up when you hit the button. Over here we have interior lighting, which has been awesome. So there's interior lighting on all 4 corners. So when it comes to the rock lights in the center, the chase lights out back like you guys seen. Interior lighting, This is the fan for the particle separator. I like to be able to turn it off because it's really noisy when you're just chilling idle. The problem is I sometimes forget to turn it back on. But anyways, here's the horn, which I'm gonna get rid of. This horn is actually gonna go to the horn in the steering wheel. I've ordered some parts. I'm gonna do some drilling, some modifications to the adapter, and we're gonna go ahead and move the horn here, as well as the push-to-talk. We're gonna have the push-to-talk about here. There's a bracket that they make. And speaking of push-to-talk, we don't have rugged radio system here, but we do have the walkie, which has actually been good from car-to-car communications when riding. It's not, doesn't reach the farthest, but it does the job. I have it set up over here. I have the connection here near my belt, zip tied to the belt, which has been doing great. I made a video on how to install one of these quick disconnects if you guys want to check that out. And I also kind of transferred the sticker over from the OEM steering wheel. So that's that. All the rest of this is factory as far as the switches go. And then on this side, we do have the LED light bar, which is that guy there. Works great. And then over here, we have the backup lights. We do have a set of rough country backup lights. They're just pods that I mounted to the rear. And I'll show you guys that in just a second. These are LED light pods. These are the ones that are right here. There's the lighting pods. And then for fog lights, these are the ones on the bumper that are the LP4. So I did have to drill into the plastic and kind of make my own spots for the lighting. If you decide to do that, you just got to be very careful because the connection block for the switches here kind of sticks that way, and you got to make sure you avoid that. But so far it's been pretty good, and I really like how that looks. Better would be a Switch Pros, but they are expensive, but that would be a nice way to go. So here in the center, we run our tablet holder, which holds my 10-inch tablet for maps and for music, because the Rocker Fosgate system, I relocated with the UTV stereo bracket down to the bottom here, because I like to have the tablet up here so I could check everything out on the tablet. We also bought these covers. I don't remember the brand of these, but CJ recently bought some for his car, and they're also made by UTV stereo. So if you want some brackets to cover up the sides, to cover up the wiring, you can check that out. We are running the billet equipped knob. I got that from TMW. We also got this generic shift gate plate that I found on Amazon, which is black, which I really like. And then we do have a winch, but I put it over here because if the kids press it, they're gonna destroy my bumper. So I put the winch switch right there, which has been great. So here are the rough country pods that I was telling you guys about. They honestly aren't the brightest, and I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed with them. They're actually perfect for what I need them for, which is, you know, backing up in reverse. But they could be a little brighter. I would definitely say the Baja Designs and even these SD lighting ones are a lot brighter than those. We do run 5150 whips. I don't have any of the fancy 187 whips. I have the OG regular Bluetooth whips, which have been awesome. I just always keep them blue. I never change the color. Speaking of blue, we do run the US flag with the blue stripe, showing support to law enforcement, which I think is awesome. Really love that flag. It looks really cool, especially when drone shots. And then here's another thing that I want to mention, you guys. I am running a big battery kit, which I can't show you without pulling out the seat, but if you guys have been watching my videos, I do run the big battery kit from TMW with their bracket. And the battery, I think, is made by Full Throttle or something like that. But anyways, I also made a video long time ago about adding jumpers here. So if you ever have a dead battery, you can jump the vehicle from the outside without having to pull the seat and trying to gain access. So this is really nice. I've used that a couple times already. When it comes to the engine, I've done regular maintenance to it, and that's about it. It's been plenty of power for me in the desert, but I quickly learned from our few trips to Glamis that it is not enough power. And we have some charge tubes and blow-off valves sitting over there. And we also are in the need for exhaust. So I'm looking at the Evo Shocker, same one that CJ got, and we're probably gonna do stage 3 to get some more power out of it and see how I like it in the sand, because man, sand robs so much power. I did not know that, but yeah, we're gonna get more power very soon. Also, since I'm down here and I forgot, I do run the ZRP trailing arm brace, which braces the trailing arm mounting location to the sway bar mounting location, which I don't know if it's a must-have, but I bought it anyways, and so far it's been doing the job, and I really like it, so I'm gonna keep that. I'm trying to think to myself what other pieces or stuff I've modified that you know, normally you wouldn't think of. But you know, wiring. I've hidden all the wires for the cage, for the rock lights, for the dome lights, in two places you can't even see them. For example, here we ran this, I made this custom little piece with this plastic. It's hard to see. So for example, here I run the lighting, and I hid the wires through the tube. They go down the tube, and you can't see any of the wiring. Same thing with the cage. All the wiring for the rock lights through the cage, you can't see it. You'll never find it. You can go ahead and look all you want, and unless you start taking stuff apart, you won't find it. Same thing with the whips. The only thing that you can see for the whips is right here, this little piece, and that's where we connect, and that's about it. That's all you can see. Also for storage, we do have the center Can-Am storage bag, which has been great. I've made a video of all the stuff I carry in here, which includes like tire patches or tire plugs and a plug kit, an air compressor from Milwaukee, and then a first aid kit and stuff like that. I also keep the tree puller here and the shackle for the winch if I need to use that. So that works great. And if anybody's curious why on my cage I have these pieces of vinyl here, that's because one time the tie down in the toy hauler broke, and the cage decided to meet the cabinet, and so the powder coat's all jacked up underneath this. So I ended up putting this strip here so you wouldn't be so visible, and I ended up doing it to all four corners, which doesn't look bad. I don't really care. It looks fine. I'm not gonna pull the cage just for a few scratches. So the center mirror is the same mirror that it comes with, and I'm talking about the cage. The cage comes with that mirror from UTV Speed Inc, which has been nice. No issues there. All the lighting on the front here has been stock. The only modifications that I'm gonna be doing soon to this car, or like I said, the charge tubes and blow off valve, which I have sitting over there. The exhaust, I gotta get a better exhaust. I do want to start with a stage 3, and then who knows where after that, depending if that's enough power for me. But I don't want to go crazy. I originally thought about, let's do big turbo, but man, it's a lot of money. You're talking about a $6,000 kit plus clutching, and not to mention the exhaust I'm already going to be buying. So it's a lot of money, and honestly I thought it'd just be better to buy another car with that kind of money. So this car's been great. Stage 3 I think we'll do better. It's around 200 horsepower, and we'll see how that does. All right guys, that's it for this video. I'm pretty much covered everything. There might be some stuff like the front differential skid plate from BRP. I did add that. I also added the BRP wider pedal. I don't know if they still offer that, but it was a wider pedal because the old ones came with a real skinny one. I gotta check a 2021 to see that, but I don't know if you guys can see that there. This pedal is actually wider, and since I have a 2021 right there, I'm gonna go look at that one real quick and see how that one is. So yeah, the 2021 has the old skinny pedal or small pedal. And the reason I added that is because my foot kept slipping every time I tried braking. Well, not every time, but a few times. So that's a nice upgrade to have. Besides that, I think that's it. There might be some things here and there, but most of the major components I've covered them. Some of my favorite ones have got to be the doors and the cage and the wheels. That really sets off this car. It changes the complete look. I've been asked before what body kit is that, and it's like there's not even a body kit. It's just the doors that really do change the look of the car. And the cage really does make it a lot different than factory. Don't get me wrong, I love this look, and if I bought another car I'd probably leave it like that unless it got damaged. But I love how the car came out. I'm happy how the wrap came out, and you know, pretty much I'm happy as an owner of a Can-Am, so that's why I'm Team Can-Am. Thanks for watching this video. See you guys in the next one. Subscribe to the channel. I'll leave links to a lot of this stuff in the description, and yeah, stay dirty guys.
Merry Christmas. Subscribe.
All right guys. Hey dude, get out of there.